Guess what's in my cup? It's not tea. I know someone's gonna be like, what happened to you being straight edge? Do you know what happened? I realized something. Do you know what I realized? I hate life. Do you know what makes me hate life slightly less? Being intoxicated. I'm 21, this is fine. Oh my god. Can you see these freaking bruises on my leg? Like this freaking line? And this is not why we're here. Hello. I had a very stressful day. I had an interview. The interview went well. I'll let you know what that interview was for later. To reward myself for getting through this stressful interview, do you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get drunk. Ooh, gin on an empty stomach. My socks say F off. Isn't that funny? I'm gonna be editing this and being like, you are an idiot. I mean, I'm already an idiot, but I contain myself. I look ugly, I need lipstick. Yeah, because that's gonna fix it. Why does nobody love me? I ask as I'm doing this shit. So do you know what I thought I would do? I thought I would just talk about one of my favorite topics ever, which is Barbie movies. I think it's been nearly a year since I made my most controversial video ever, aka my ranking all the Barbie movies video. I feel like I should give Fashion Fairy Tale another chance. I bet if I watched it while drunk, I would love it. Video idea? Anyway, yeah, so I'm just gonna basically like explain the plot of the Barbie Diaries because I think that'd be entertaining. Spoiler, there's gonna be spoilers. So if you haven't seen the Barbie Diaries, what are you doing here? I don't know. Watch the Barbie Diaries first. Okay, so pretty much it starts with like Barbie riding like a, I don't know, scooter and this really great song. It's like, this is me, can't ignore it, reaching out, breaking free, constantly going for it. Yeah, I'm just falling for it, this is me. Sung by Sky Sweetnam. Side note, I DM'd Sky Sweetnam and she, like, I poured my heart out to her saying like, thanks for like voicing a really important like character in my childhood. Like, I wouldn't be the person I am today without that movie, without those songs. She never responded. Anyway, it's fine. So yeah, and then they're like jamming out in the garage, like having band practice, and then freaking Kevin, the r/nice guy best friend, like comes in. He's like, hey guys, band practice looks like a bunch of girls just sitting around. And then they're like, haha, we practiced for like 5 minutes, so like shut the fuck up. And then and then Kevin's like, guys, it's the night before the first day of school, so do you know what it is we have to do? We have to like go watch the fucking sunset or something. Side note, I only swear when I'm drunk. Like, I do not. Oh my god, is that a spider? No, we're fine. Oh, it's fluff. Mini vacuum is the best purchase of my adult life. I do not swear when I'm sober because I feel like there's better ways to express myself. Anyway, so they're like, we gotta go watch the sunset and like make a wish about like how our school year is gonna go. And then they like go to some place to watch the sunset, and then they're all saying like, I wish to be like really hot, I wish to get all the boy, I don't know, they like wish for some things, and then Kevin's like, haha, you said your wish out loud, so it's not gonna come true. And then they're all like, tee hee hee, Kevin, you're such a like idiot or something, I don't know. Anyway, so it's the next day, the first day of school, the first day of grade 10, and they're like driving in the car, driving in their freaking sick as hell, like pink convertible, and like they're about to park in a spot. This like bitch ass hoe called Raquel like steals the spot, and they're like, oh my god, what the hell, Raquel? Like, oh my god, that rhymed. Lyricist. But they're like, oh my god, Raquel, you just stole our spot, what the hell? And then like Raquel's friends are like, tee hee hee, like good for you, Raquel, because like that would mean that like someone would see that car if they parked in that spot, so you saved them from embarrassment. It's like, first of all, your car's like ugly and blue. Second of all, who wouldn't want to see a pink convertible, you know? Oh my god, my posture's terrible, but if I sit up, then you can't see my face, which would maybe be a good thing because I'm ugly. I'm trying not to self-deprecate myself too much, but clearly it's not going that well. They like go into school, and then at that exact moment, we see Brad, the hottest guy in school. What's his name actually? No, his name's Todd, but for all intents and purposes, his name's Brad, the hottest guy in school, and he gets like a slow motion intro with like guitar music, and it's like, and then there's like a voice like, yeah, 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 yeah. And then like Barbie's like, ooh, he's so hot, what a hunk, what a hottie boom baladi, what a strapping young man. I don't know how people normally compliment people's looks, I don't know. Her friends are like, oh my god, Barbie, it's like so stereotypical of you to be crushing on the hottest guy in school. And then Barbie's like, okay, shut the hell up. Like, he's literally walking by, and then he being Brad, the hottest guy in school, like, he's like, hey Barbie. And then she's like, oh my god, I'm in love, I'm ready to wed. Okay, that's like not what she says, but like that's what I would have said if I were in her position. Side note, why do I look literally exactly like Courtney? Like, that was not on purpose, but honestly I'm fine with it. So yeah, Tia like wants to run for class president. Kevin, the r/nice guy, is like gonna help her like with her campaign video. And then Kevin's like also like kind of like a part-time filmmaker or whatever. And then like at one point he's like, guys, look at what I accidentally filmed when I was creeping on cheerleaders. And he recorded, oh I forgot to mention, but Raquel and Brad were dating. Kevin caught them breaking up on film, and then Barbie's like, this is my end. Later that day, after she knows that they've broken up, she's like, you're blocking my locker, but also like I heard you got dumped. And like she like hits him in the face with the book, and then he's like, haha, thanks for making me laugh. And then it's like, okay. I mean, if I knew that all it took to like make a guy like me was hit him in the face with the book, then like shit, dude, I would have been married already. Anyway, then he's like, oh my god, like let's like hang out. And like, first of all, Barbie, freaking red flag, because if he's just broken up with someone and he's already being like, yeah, let's like hang out, and like freaking no, dude, like he's just looking for validation, and then he's just taking advantage of your fondness for him because he needs validation and he needs like the companionship and he needs the, you know, affection and whatever. Wow, this turned into like advice. Oh my gosh. I mean, like, of course I don't take my own advice. And then like they start kind of like hanging out. Kevin and like Tia and Courtney see them like walking together, because like, you know, walking is basically like marriage at this point. They're like, oh my god, no way, they're walking together. Oh my god, it's the end of the world, or like whatever. My throat is dry. So yeah, Barbie and Brad are like talking, and he's like, I'm just like the hottest piece of shit at this school, and like the fact that I got broken up with, like that like totes like damages my reputation. And then Barbie's like, poor baby. Okay, no, well, she's actually being compassionate, but if it were me, I'd be like, sucks to freaking suck, dude. I don't have the guts to like be mean to people, because I know what it's like to have people be mean to you. It's not fun. So anyway, yeah, he's like, wow, Barbie, thanks for like the advice. Can I give you like a drive home? And then she's like, oh my god, yeah. And then she's like calling on with her friends, Tia and Courtney, and they're like, oh my god, he drove you home, like does that mean you guys are together? And she's like, I don't know. So then there's kind of like a montage where like Barbie and Brad like are hanging out together and they're like talking. Barbie and Brad agree to go to the fall formals together, and then Raquel is kind of like looking at them like from the side, and she's like, oh my god, like Brad cannot hang out with Barbie, what the heck? So then they go to the mall and they have a little like montage of trying to find Barbie like the perfect dress to like seduce Brad or whatever, I don't freaking know. And then while they're at the store, because apparently there's only one store in the mall that sells dresses apparently, Raquel's in there and she's all like, I'll play the clip so you understand what I'm talking about. Barbie and her friends are like, oh fuck, this bitch is here. And then they're like, you know what? Brad is going with you to the dance, Barbie, so you get your shopping montage on. It'll be fine. Get your sparkle on, show this world where you belong, when in doubt, glitter it out, whatever. That's fashion fairy tale, not Barbie Diaries. But anyway, they have a little fun montage. Barbie finds this like super smoking red dress. Red dress. I just watched the Jonas Brothers live concert experience, so I have Burning Up stuck in my head perpetually, which I'm not complaining about. But anyway, like as they go to like the checkout counter, Raquel like butts in like a piece of poo, and she's like, oh, I'm sorry, didn't Brad tell you that he's taking me to the dance now? I told him to tell you last night ASAP, but he doesn't really understand acronyms, so I think he got the point though. And then Barbie's like, ah, frick. Once she's finished cashing out Raquel, the cashier lady's like, ew, this bitch sucks. I'll keep this dress on hold for you just in case. And then she's like, you know what? I don't want y'all to be like sad when you leave my store. So I'm gonna give you the best gift of all, aka some free charm bracelets. And then Tia and Courtney are like, ooh, this one's cool. Barbie's like chooses this one with like a butterfly charm on it. Stephanie's like, that one comes with a diary. And then Barbie's like, I've never really been one to keep a diary. And then Stephanie's all like, you should do it. You never know the power of your own words and put it down on paper and amazing things can happen, or like some shit like that. And I'm being completely serious. That is the reason why I write in a diary to this day. Like, I'm not kidding. So then they all like walk out with like their bracelets and shit. So then she sees like there's this poster for people to like sign up to like audition to be the band for the fall formal at school. And then she's like, oh my god, guys, we're a band. Side note, is it normal for high schools to have that many bands that they need to audition? Like, because I think that there was like maybe 1, maybe 0 bands at my school. My normie school anyway, like my performing arts high school, there was like 12,000 bands. But anyway, yeah, then they're like, oh my god, okay, Charms is gonna audition to like be the band of the fall formal. And then back at home, Barbie's like, ugh, I need to do my homework. So then she like gets out her homework book, but she doesn't have a highlighter. So then she's like, oh my gosh, what do I do? So then she uses lip gloss as a highlighter. Genius. I know, right? Like, why she couldn't just like use a pencil to like underline things, I don't know. But then she's like, oh my god, I just thought of something. So then she makes a highlighter marker into lip gloss and she gives it to Courtney because Courtney keeps getting in trouble for using makeup during school, which, like, first of all, how many times a day do you need to reapply lip gloss anyway, Courtney? Oh, and simultaneously at the same time, Barbie wants to be like the school news anchor, but Raquel already got the part. So then she's like, I need to show like the teacher who's in charge of the school news that like I'm exciting, fresh, and fun. And then Barbie's like, oh my god, I'm gonna do like a story on like the popular kids and like what makes them popular and stuff. And then Kevin's like, oh my god, great idea. So then Barbie's like, I need to interview some popular kids, but she doesn't want to interview Raquel because obviously they're mortal enemies. But then she's like, I'm gonna interview Raquel's friends because they're basically the most popular girls in school anyway. Side note, did anyone else watch The Most Popular Girls in School? Because that was like so fucking funny. Like, that was my 14-year-old life. Anyway, one of Raquel's friends sees that Barbie made that highlighter lip gloss, and then she's like, hey Barbie, can you make me one of those? And Barbie's like, yeah, sure, but like, can I interview you for this thing? And then they're like, yeah, totally, come over to my house after school. Oh yeah, you can fill it in my room. Everyone's gonna be jealous squared. And iconic line, if you ask me. Barbie and Raquel's friends like slowly start becoming besties, and then Raquel does not like that because she's like, you not be friends with the girl who tried to steal my boyfriend. And then one of Raquel's friends is like, but you guys were broken up. And then Raquel's like, we were on a trial breakup, okay? Like, it's different. Anyway, so like they've auditioned for the fall formal band and whatever, and then a little bit later Barbie has made a lot of people lip gloss highlighters, and then everyone in the hallway is like, thanks for the highlighter. Blah, blah. And then Raquel's like, I'm salty because you have friends now. Blah. And then she like snitches on her, which like fucking like bitch, snitches get stitches, am I right? And then so the principal's like, Barbie, Tia, Courtney, my office now. And then she like reprimands them for like making the lip gloss highlighters, even though it was literally just Barbie. Like the principal, aka Kathy Westlock, aka Spike the Dragon from My Little Pony Friendship is Magic. Anyway, she's like, that's not the way I heard it. I heard all of you guys made these lip gloss highlighters, and just to make sure that you're all on cafeteria duty. They're all like pissed at Barbie, which like fair, because you know, she kind of brought them into this mess. But she actually genuinely apologized, so good for Barbie. And then as they're like cleaning up the things, the band for the fall formal gets announced, and guess who got the gig? Charms! Oh my gosh, I forgot. So then like right around this time, like she starts getting like secret admirer notes in her locker, because we find out that Kevin, shocker, has a crush on Barbie. And then Tia and Courtney are like, you gotta tell her, dude, like, bleh. And then he's like, no, let me tell her on my own terms, which like honestly fair. Like honestly, if you're in love with a friend, keep that shit to yourself, because you're only gonna ruin no, I'm kidding. Well, am I kidding? I'm like half kidding, not kidding. Like, I don't know, it's only ever ended bad for me. But anyway, that's not what we're talking about. Barbie starts getting like secret admirer notes in her locker, but she thinks it's from Brad. Tia and Courtney like have an inkling that it's not from Brad. That goes on for a little bit, but then she's like, oh my god, like everything that I'm recording from Dawn and Reagan is boring, because we all know that they're like mean bitches. We need some like actual gossip. And then she's like, oh my god, I'm gonna like tell them that I'm getting secret admirer notes from Brad. And then she does, and then she also kind of like starts gossiping about her like friends like Tia and Courtney a little bit, and then all of the secrets from Dawn and Reagan just like spill out. And at this point she starts sitting on the popular grass, and in order to sit on the popular lawn she skips Tia's student council pep rally, which like, ouchie, that would so hurt. Like, I would be so mad if my friend like skipped my pep rally thingy, you know, like, ow. She opens up to Dawn and Reagan now, like she's like, my bracelet, every time I write in my diary and I use this bracelet, like the things come true, like it's magic. Yeah, so like she keeps blowing off band practice to like hang out with Donnie and Reg. So she kind of like finishes recording all her things for her story, and then she like puts together a teaser. She shows it to the teacher who's in charge of the news station, and he's like, yes, let's do it. So he airs the teaser. You know, like Donnie and Reagan are like, you little snake, you just used us to get a story. And then she's like, well, I just like, you know, wanted to like expose like the popular life or whatever. And they're like, well, yeah, everyone already knew we were bitches, but like now you're a bitch too, so. And then she's like, ah, dang it. So then the next day, gym class happens and she takes off her bracelet, you know, the bracelet that like unlocks the diary. And then Raquel finds out that Barbie thinks that the bracelet is magic, like the bracelet and the diary are magic. So then she steals the bracelet, and then Barbie's like, oh my god, my bracelet! Like, I don't have my bracelet, I can't write in my diary, and I need to write in my diary, which like, girl, same. Tia and Courtney are like, girl, enough about the stupid bracelet, like who fucking cares? And then she's like, everything changed for me when I got the bracelet and the diary. And they're like, well, if everything changed when you got the diary, then I'm glad that you lost it. Like, I don't want to be your friend anymore. And then they're like, we decided to play the fall formal without you, which, like, side note, Barbie is the main guitarist and the main vocalist, so how they're gonna play the fall formal without her, I don't know. But anyway, Barbie kind of like has to reflect, and she's like, ooh, I think I did something wrong. I think I did something bad. So I think I did something bad. That night's meant to be the fall formal, but that, like, before the fall formal, it's meant to be like Barbie's supposed to like air her entire story of like the popular kids, right? And then right before she's about to like air her like entire story of the popular kids, which by the way Kevin edited for her, she was like, you know what, like, I was gonna expose these popular kids, but like it really doesn't matter what they think. All that matters is what you think of yourself. So I'm not gonna show my story, and dishing on your friends is like not the way to go. It's like not the plan, it's not the vibe. But Kevin worked really hard to like help me edit this video, so I'm gonna show some of his short stories, which is like really nice. So she's like writing in like a yellow legal pad, and she's like, dear yellow legal pad, I done goofed and all my friends hate me, and I know that they're gonna have a great time playing the fall formal, and they're gonna like kill it, and they're gonna be amazing because like they're just great and I am the worst. So then she's like playing like an emotional song like in her garage, and then like one of her guitar strings break, and she's like, ah, just what I needed, just great. And then her friends like show up and they're like, hey Barbie, do you want to come play like the school dance with us? And then she's like, what if they all hated me? And they were like, no, you did that to protect us, and you used that as an opportunity to show Kevin's short stories. That's true friendship. You know what they did? They got her that red dress that she didn't get, but it was still on hold for her, so they bought it for her. Like, they leave, but then Kevin stays behind. She's like, oh my god, I'm nervous. And then he's like, why? She's like, because like I need my good luck charm, I need my bracelet. And then he's like, no you don't. And then he like takes a guitar string and he like puts it around her wrist as if it's like a bracelet, and she's like, that's just like a stupid piece of metal that there's no old Barbie or new Barbie. There's just me, and I'm gonna rock. So basically she learns that like it was basically just like a placebo effect. Like there's no like magic to the bracelet. Like it's all in her mind, dude. Then she like reveals herself and she's like, yes, I'm super hot in this dress. And then they like get a limo to the fall formal for some reason, because that's what 15-year-olds do apparently. Yeah, so then they arrive at the school dance. Raquel kind of confronts her, and then we find out that Raquel stole the bracelet, and Barbie's like, oh my god, my bracelet. And then Raquel's like, says who? As far as anyone else knows, I just got this today. So then the band Charms plays, and they play the best song ever called Note to Self. Note to Self, Feed the Dog, Call the Mom, Write a Song, and Rule the World by Noon. Amazing lyrics. Sky Sweetenham, love you. Anyway, yeah, so they play that song and it's great. And then afterwards, Barbie still thinks that Brad has been writing the secret admirer notes. But then Tia and Courtney know that Kevin was writing the secret admirer notes. So then they go up to him and they're like, you have to tell her how you feel. As Kevin's about to tell Barbie how he feels, Brad walks over and is like, can I dance with you? To Barbie, not to Kevin. Oh my god, wouldn't that be so funny if he like asked Kevin to dance? I ship that. No, so then he like is dancing with Barbie and Barbie's like, look, like I really appreciate the secret admirer notes. Brad's like, what secret admirer notes? And then she's like, oh, and that's when it clicked. Every time my secret admirer said he would see me in the cafeteria, in the library, in the parking lot, he was there, but it wasn't Brad, it was Kevin. Blah. And then she like ditches Brad and she goes to dance with Kevin, and then she's like, I know it was you, Illy. And then they like dance, and then yeah, and they basically become like a couple, and like Raquel gets punch thrown on her and she like storms off all like in a hissy fit, and then Dawn and Reagan are like kind of cool with Tia and Courtney, so then they're all just kind of besties together. And yeah, the movie ends with Barbie and Kevin like kind of being like a little bit of a couple. So like friends to lovers plotline, who doesn't love that? So yeah, I basically know this movie line for line. Why, you may ask? It's because I've watched this movie more times than I can even count. This is one of my favorite movies of all time, not even in an ironic way, not even in just like a nostalgic way, just in like a serious way. This is one of my top favorite movies of all time. So yeah, if you make fun of me, I will cry. So don't make fun of me. Let me know your favorite part of the Barbie Diaries. If you want me to make this a series where I just explain the plot of Barbie movies while drunk, let me know, because I had fun. This is not going to be fun to edit, but I'm having fun right now, so yeah, I have to pee. Bye.